What's up, y'all? This is my new life now. I watch my house now like 24/7 for the little roaches and rats that creep out at night. So I figured I'd take a little break away. For all those that can't see, that sound is the wind rustling at night, and you have to decipher between, is it a criminal, or is it the wind, or is it the rats or the roaches? But yeah, y'all, I'm on patrol right now. It appears all is well at the home front. So I guess I got time to talk to y'all about some hot topics. Alright, but if something happened, this is all on y'all because I'm supposed to be watching the crib. Let's see what is going on. No, y'all, I'm not that stressed about it, but I do. That's why you have security systems. You gotta check it out, but it is what it is. You can't prevent it all. But while I am doing nothing, I have to check out the house every now and then. Let's see. I don't know what the heck this is. I guess this is the migrants. We've had 988,000 migrants so far this year. I'm telling, the X app be out of control, y'all. So I'm not even about to go down this timeline right now because it's gonna be crazy. A drug trafficking network brought at least 2,000 pounds of meth and 700,000 pounds of fentanyl lace pills into Montana from Mexico over 3 years. Right now, it's as if fentanyl is raining on our reservation, a leader of the Blackfoot tribe said. The fentanyl is real. Why have hundreds of gray whales washed up dead in the last 4 years? The answer has to do with shifting sea ice and tiny crustaceans. If you're off your New Year's resolution, they have some tips for you. Ancient DNA helps why Northern Europeans have a higher risk of multiple sclerosis and other ancestries. Reusable water bottles offer a green alternative to far more wasteful single-use bottles. Nikki Haley says former President Trump is not qualified to lead the country again after his recent comments about her deployed husband. Nikki, I think Trump's made way worse comments than your husband. And, he was a president then when he was saying that. A Connecticut pastor has been arrested on allegations that he sold crystal meth out of his church. I don't have no comment on that. Years before a shooter opened fire at Joel Osteen's Lakewood Church in Houston, excuse me, residents in the small neighborhood said they have run-ins with the suspect. So this suspect, first they said it's a woman, then they're saying it's a transgender. I don't know what's going on with that. Mahomes is at Disneyland day after Super Bowl. People who lower their salt intake will decrease blood pressure. No stuff. With a few exceptions, economists agree that the higher prices are most likely here to stay. Now the question is how quickly price growth for consumer goods and services will continue to slow. When are we going to get some raises to combat these high prices is my question. The judge presiding over the election interference against Trump has given a green light for a hearing involving misconduct allegations against Fulton DA Fannie Willis. Fannie, they about to disqualify you, girl. A Disneyland ice skater remains hospitalized after being severely injured during a performance in Minnesota. The Super Bowl drew in 123 million viewers. Was it because of Taylor Swift or the Super Bowl? A 15-year-old boy is being held and charged with capital murder after the bodies of 3 people were found shot dead at the home in a central Arkansas community. Wow. An Oklahoma principal with a side gig as a drag queen says he was forced to resign under peer pressure from the state superintendent. The former president on Monday formally asked the justice to hit pause on recent appeals court that rejected his argument that he has presidential immunity for actions in the lead up of the January 6th riots. Alright, let's see what else we got on here, y'all. Brittany made Post Malone take off that trash Cowboys jacket and put on a Chiefs jacket. You know what? This is the one time I will agree with Brittany. Like, Post Malone, you better get right, buddy. You better get it right. So, yeah, here's the person. This is what they're saying here. I don't know if they have the picture when he or she was a male, but the alias is here, Jeffrey Escalante. So he's had lots of trouble with the law, and supposedly he was a Bernie Sanders supporter. It says that LGBTQ sexist sharpshooter was a migrant from El Salvador. She has a long criminal history dating back to 2005. She was also a Bernie supporter and had a Free Palestine sticker on her gun and identified as transgender. It said this story is going to disappear really fast. So Shannon Sharpe and Mike Epps are like beefing with each other over the podcast. Mike Epps trolls people. I do know that Shannon Sharpe said that him and Mike were on talk man to man and squash it, but they cracking me up with this beef. But let's see what Mike Epps said, because I know Mike Epps ain't got no sense.
Well, lie. Now wait a minute. Now I know Shay Shay. I don't know what grown ass man got a name named Shay Shay, but I know this grown man is not mad at me. So many people talk crazy about you. They was on Saturday Night Live talking about you, imitating you, but now you want to fight me? Now, I'm not going to lie. I did DM you to get on the show. But I DM'd you to get on the show because you brought my name up when you were sitting there with Kat. And you was trying to get him to talk crazy about me, but he didn't. Okay? Now, second of all, talking about pulling up on me. You're going to be an all-star. I'm going to be a all-star in my hometown. And I'm going to see you. All right? I'm going to see you, brother. And I'm just letting you know. I don't be doing no fighting lately. I don't do no fighting. So, you know, there's only one other option. If you don't fight, you do blank. And Ocho, you shut up and go get some eyebrows. You looking like a whole milk dud sitting there agitating. We watched the white boy kick your ass on TV. So you shut up. And Shay Shay, you did look like Madea sitting there. You was looking zesty. I'm not saying you gay, but you was looking zesty. You look like Big Frida sitting there. You need to take them tight ass shirts off with the muscles. And that's it. Go check out my special February the 20th on Netflix. February 20th on Netflix is called I'm Ready to Sell Out. Because being a real dude ain't making no money right now.
Mike Epps ain't got no good sense. Shay. It's all love. They squashed it. Listen, they both getting publicity for their stuff. This is the new way people get publicity. So this mom is preventing her daughter from making any money on Figueroa selling her body.
Motherfucker, go get G.
And she. This her daughter, but she pressing her. She just. Not today. Not today.
Go get your pimp. Go get every motherfucker. Ain't no motherfucking pussy here today. Nigga. You got a home. You got somebody that loves you. Nigga. Take your ass home. Take your ass home. I'm fucking it up for the world. Nigga. Let me put my mama, please. What you putting her? That's exactly what the devil do. Bang your motherfucking soul the fuck up. I do. Ain't no pussy today, nigga. Go another way. Go another goddamn way. Ain't no pussy today, bitch. Not today, motherfucker. Stop doing that.
She doing some crazy shit. Oh, look at her. Look at her doing some crazy shit. Look at her. Look at her. On the wrong side of the street. She tripping.
I feel sorry for that mama, but she was doing the Lord's work. Was that a pimp that came out there? I feel bad for that mama. Oh Lord, you lose these children and these kids. These police don't care either. I mean, they just selling it. I mean, everybody knows Figueroa is known for that. And mama said, ain't getting none today. Wow. Pray for her. Pray her strength, y'all. We be thinking we be going through stuff and then people be going through this. Let's check the house again right quick, y'all. We gotta check the house. See. Everything okay? Okay. Alright, let's keep going. This is what we gotta do now. This is our new life. Let's see here what happened. Yeah. Kanye, I don't know what's going on with Kanye's lip. He has like some dangly thing hanging off his lip. I don't know what is happening with it. Yeah, I don't know what is going on with his lip. Is that on purpose? It looks very strange. But Super Bowl next year will be in New Orleans. Nolans. Larsa Pimpin breaks up with Michael Jordan's son Marcus. They were going strong and then it wasn't. Who will be her next victim is my question. I really don't care. Let's see, y'all. I'm kind of over the Super Bowl talk. It was stressful enough. I'm over it now. Let's see. They have some new shows coming out. Lord knows I need some. Abbott Elementary is back. Dollhouse on Tubi. I do not have Tubi. Griselda, I give Griselda a 6 out of 10. I actually like the one with Catherine Zeta-Jones better. Another Tubi movie. Lots of Tubi movies. The Traitors. I watched The Traitors. Double Cross. Yeah, all Tubi. Either they got to deal with Tubi or I must be really missing out on Tubi. So, and I'm going to talk about this in the story time, but this baby dies after the mother accidentally places her in the oven for a nap. I don't understand this. They responded to a report of an infant not breathing. The 1-month-old was found with apparent burns on her body and was pronounced dead at the scene. I thought I put her in a crib and I accidentally put her in the oven. Was the oven on? The infant's grandfather told responders that his daughter put the child down for a nap and accidentally placed her in the oven instead of the crib. According to reports, the statement didn't explain how the mistake happened. I mean, was the oven on is my question. Let's get into these Reddits, y'all. What's the most shocking thing you've ever experienced when first hooking up with a new partner? I don't know. Let's see what these perverts are saying. I hooked up with a guy who had Klinefelter syndrome. He told me this after we had hooked up by saying, "You probably noticed that I don't have any balls." What? That's what that is? Interesting. Alright. I had a partner missing part of their hand and I didn't notice for 2 weeks. Somebody made a joke about that, and I guess it's true. Some of y'all don't be noticing that people be missing body parts. Insulin pump tethered to a butt cheek, not a problem, but certainly a surprise. Surprise, surprise. I was hooking up with this girl for the first time, and while inside her, she said, "I've been waiting to show my Kegel strength," and proceeded to grip my wiener with the most grip of the full but harsh Kegel ever. It hurt my wang. Went on a blind date years ago, got along great. Couple days later, we did the deed, and my surprise was she was shaved smooth, very smooth. She was very hesitant to tell me that she had alopecia. She removed her wig, which I kind of suspected she was wearing one, and there before me was a gorgeous woman with not one single hair. Shocking, yes, but I was also very turned on. Would it be like Smeagol, but not as ugly? Was doing doggy style with a woman in my 20s, and her pug came up and sniffed my butt and sneezed on my balls. What the heck, man? Why do it with the dog in the room is my question. When I was still quite young, I hooked up with a girl and she went straight for deep throat, which at the time I didn't even know was a thing, and that was possible. Went to hook up with a guy I thought was super fine, had a huge crush on him. When he took off his shirt, he looked at my back and said something to the effect, "You know you can talk to me about your trauma you might have held in your past." He was being 100% serious, and I was totally caught off guard, like, what? And then he said, "It appears you've been whipped." It was then I realized this man had never seen a stretch mark before. I died a little inside at the moment. He was pretty stupid. Alright. This is just such a dumb question, but former fit people, how did you get fat? Kids, stress, what else? Ate a lot of food and stopped working out. Forgot to lower calorie intake after I stopped swimming. Terrible, awful, final destruction style car accident that I was lucky to survive. Abdominal muscles were shredded. To this day, I have a sheet of Kevlar in my guts and skin to help my intestines from bulging out. Dang. Antidepressants and incurable love of potato chips. You know, those snacks be getting you. Speaking of snacks, Lent is coming up, so got a few things I'm gonna be giving up. So y'all not gonna be seeing no story times for a while because social media will be over. What often repeated cooking tip is actually terrible advice? I don't think it's terrible advice, but I'm not a preheat oven type of person. I mean, now if I'm making a cake, yes, but like for everything, no. My husband is a person that waits until the oven is the correct temperature to just cook like everything, and I just think that's crazy. Because we didn't have that when we had these stoves back in the day and these ovens back in the day, but now ovens are so smart, everybody has to do what it says. Every recipe takes longer than it says it will, especially the first time. I have a massive pet peeve when a recipe says something like total time 45 minutes and then proceeds to list steps that must be accomplished in a series and require 45 minutes actual cooking time. Yeah, them quick recipes, unless you've already prepped, that's the only way. If you have everything sitting out in front of you, then yeah, it's possible. Seems like I've seen too many times that don't leave garlic in the skillet too long. Like if you're adding it good, cook it for a minute but not 5, especially if it's minced and the skillet is really hot, you'll burn it otherwise. Yep, onions, a lot of people mess up sauteing onions. In dating, what profession would be a deal breaker for you and why? After reading all the comments, looks like engineers and accountants are desirable. I worked at AT&T with a debt collector. It wouldn't be a deal breaker itself. We got to do what we got to do, but they were so proud of how good they had been at squeezing money out of people. I would think they'd be wound up, but I guess if you like doing that. A lawyer. I am a lawyer. I know lots of lawyers who are married to other lawyers, and I don't get it. Been in a relationship with another type A person who also likes to hear themselves talk. Yeah, that would be crazy. My buddy married and divorced a lawyer. His reasoning for getting married was the connections. Mob boss. I mean, a mob boss has his perks because you'll live nice, but your husband will probably be like cheating and killing people. But I mean, you'll have a beautiful home and then you won't have to work, you know, you'll be like a made woman. Nobody could touch you. You're going to always be taken care of because you're like, you know, so I feel like it has its perks. A realtor. Yeah, they got to work a lot of hours. Social media influencer. A priest. Politician. I wouldn't want to be a politician. Wife. Yeah, a sex worker. Yeah, you wouldn't probably want your spouse to be a sex worker. Alright, y'all, let's get into these story times. Let's check the house again. Okay, everything okay? Yeah, everything looks good. Alright, let's see what we got here. Would y'all like Ben Affleck's Super Bowl commercial?
And texted me this right here. And I'm covering her name for privacy purposes. and the part where she mentions my kid. She says, "Hi, this is so-and-so, and I just wanted to discuss a few things with you." And obviously, you can read the message. And this is not to be confused with Ashley, my other baby daddy's girlfriend. I have 3 baby daddies, and they all have girlfriends. And as you can see, there's my response, because I genuinely did not know what to say. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to be polite. I don't want to be labeled as the bitter baby mama. I'm trying to keep communication respectful. But I want to know from you mamas that kind of deal with this, how would you respond? Because personally, I don't agree with what she's requesting. This is the baby daddy that pays $500 in child support, and they're saying they're struggling to pay bills. And then they want the tax return to be split in half, when they're not even doing 50% of the parenting. All of the parenting falls on me. And then she's requesting receipts of what I spend the child support on. Do I have to give them receipts of what I'm spending? How do you guys go about that? Like, how do you actually get receipt for everything that you buy for your kid? Are the courts going to request that? Just let me know in the comments, because I'm literally so confused.
Girl, if that's the court told you, they don't have a right to say that. Child support goes to the kids. You spend it how you see fit. Nobody has a right. So let me read this text message because it's tiny. It says, "Hi, this is blah blah. I just wanted to discuss a few things with you. It's not fair that you're getting a tax refund and you're not splitting it with us. Since you want to keep all the taxes, why don't you lower child support? He's paying you $500 every month and you want lower. We're struggling to pay bills because he pays you all this money and we never got to see actual receipts of what you're spending on. How's that?" First of all, that ain't even his wife. Is she texting you that? Girl, you better than me.
Puerto Rico is the worst island to visit in 2024, and let me tell you why. I definitely just got back just a couple weeks ago, and I will not be returning or recommending it to my clients, and here's why. The hotels are too freaking gorgeous, okay? No matter what area you stay in, you are bound to stay in a gorgeous hotel. Secondly, the weather is absolutely perfect. I escaped the weather in DC early January, and I was in summertime. Next, the fresh fruits, the amazing drinks, had such a great time. The food is delicious, literally anywhere you go. We got this fresh seafood on a rooftop bar, and it was amazing. There's islands also, amazing islands for you to day trip to. Why would you want to go to Puerto Rico? It's going to make you mad to go back home. There's also the world's largest rum distillery, so check that out. Amazing history and culture, such amazing, friendly people. I will not be going back. By the way, my name is Akia, and I'm the owner of Passport Poppin', your favorite Black-owned travel agency, and over here, we plan trips. So if you need...
She still didn't even convince me to go to Puerto Rico. The water ain't blue enough for me.
Hey vlog, welcome to my I was planning on going to Bad East, but Faith had other...
God bless TikTok for making sure that I never run out of content to talk about. I'm Dr. Siab, I'm a board-certified cardiologist. I make heart health-related content on social media. I actually made a video a few months ago about energy drinks and caffeine and their effects on the cardiovascular system, so make sure you go give that a watch. I'm like 1.4 million views at this point, and I'll link it here, and it has a lot of good information, so you should watch that as well. It's a handy chart of the different amounts of caffeine that are contained in different energy drinks, and Red Bull right here, it's about 80 milligrams of caffeine per can. If you're drinking 10 cans of Red Bull a day, you are consuming 800 milligrams of caffeine every day. Excessive amount of caffeine usage is known, okay? We know this, that it can cause all sorts of heart problems. Along with the other effects of caffeine, you can have what we call a catecholamine surge, which is basically a shit ton of norepinephrine and epinephrine in your system. And that surge happening suddenly can give you a heart attack. High heart rate, which can make you anxious. High blood pressure. Abnormal heart rhythms like SVT, AFib, and cardiac arrest. Your heart stops. Especially if you were drinking 10 Red Bulls a day and adding alcohol on top of that, which alone we know is essentially poison for your heart. It's like doing a shit ton of cocaine every day. You guys remember those Panera charged lemonade lawsuits where people died? This is like that. Actually, people that already have underlying heart issues like heart disease, abnormal heart rhythms, heart failure, etc. This is a terrible idea. You don't have to be, somebody who's older or already has a lot of heart issues. Young, healthy people can have acute heart issues like heart attacks from excessive consumption of caffeine. Trust me, from what I've seen in my own practice, this person is lucky to be alive. I cannot overstate this. If you are having this many Red Bulls a day, you are playing a dangerous game with your heart. While we're on the topic, stay away from Mountain Dew, okay? That shit is nasty.
Who is drinking 10 Red Bulls a day? How do you need to have that much energy? That's just crazy to me.
I find it very weird that no one is talking about how there were 6 Nigerian billionaires who died in a plane crash mysteriously while on their way to the Super Bowl, and how Biden just posted this cryptic ass message right after they died. The CEO of one of the largest banks in the country was on a helicopter with pilots, family, and the CEO/chairman of the Nigeria Stock Exchange when their helicopter mysteriously caught fire and crashed while on their way to the Super Bowl. And what are the odds that Biden on his presidential X account drops this photo with glowing red eyes and this weird caption that shocks all of America? And the caption for this picture that he actually posted on the presidential Twitter account was "Just like we drew it up," and everyone thought that they were talking about the Super Bowl when they weren't. I honestly believe that this is what they were talking about. And if you are unfamiliar with the Nigerian Stock Exchange and what they have going on right now with America and just the overall fight for power, money, and greed, you need to pay attention to what is going on. One of the people on that aircraft was a chief executive of Access Bank, and his wife and his son were among those 6 people that were on board, and it went down shortly after 10 p.m. on Interstate 15, and all 6 people were killed, including 2 pilots and the former chairman of NGX Group, the Nigerian Stock Exchange. And what's so crazy, it is saying that authorities are investigating it, which means to me they may suspect foul play. They are trying to say that this could take up to 2 years. This entire investigation could take up to 2 years, and they are calling it a terrible tragedy. The Super Bowl was a giant ritual, and those people in that helicopter, think about it. If you take out the owner and CEO of a large bank, one of the largest banks in the country, you take off his wife, and you take out his son, who is left to get the money? Think about it.
That's crazy. If I'm a billionaire, I'm not taking no helicopters nowhere. I mean, y'all gonna have to bubble wrap me, and I don't even know if I'll leave my house, because why would I want to? I'd have everything I needed. You would come to me. I mean, I don't know.
A sad and gruesome story out of Kansas City this morning, and a warning, these details are disturbing. A mother is accused of killing her 1-month-old baby girl by putting the child in an oven. Mariah Thomas is facing child endangerment charges and other charges as well. First responders say a witness told them the mother went to put the infant down for a nap but accidentally put her in the oven instead of her crib. Police arrested Thomas on Friday, and prosecutors officially filed charges yesterday.
Listen, I know I'd be tired and I'd be and I can only imagine, but I just don't understand how she turned the oven on. I mean, how she confused the oven for a crib. The whole motions of it all just doesn't even make sense.
This will be known as the defining moment, where she looked down on her phone. It was like post, and the timeline ripped instantly by her just dropping the news of an Act 2. This picture will be studied in classes and history books for future generations when they look up what a disruptor is. It's this woman. The hair never haired this hard. The Petrus is Petrusing very Petrusly, and she's right there in this country Americana style, just hitting post on 2 new singles, an Act 2 that is dropping the end of March. This is honestly Beyonce's world, and we're merely bystanders at this point, just waiting for music to drop into our ears and into our phones. I cannot comprehend how much I love this woman, how much I love what she does in her music, and also how much of a delusional clown I sometimes sound when my theories actually become true, and she does what she does.
The Beyonce of the United States.
What's up, everybody? All right, you guys, so before we get started, make sure you blow this up, and you guys, please make sure you share this, because we need your help in finding 12-year-old Lori Page. Now, how does a 12-year-old go missing for more than 8 months and there is little to no media coverage and nobody is talking about this case? Now, Lori Page is a 12-year-old who lives with her dad, Andrew Wiley, in Tallahassee, Florida. Lori can be described as someone who loves school, and she would never miss school for anything in the world. Now, her teachers are saying that she was so serious about school that she would literally run from class to class just so she wouldn't be late. So Lori's dad is a correctional officer that works at night, and Lori stays at home by herself. But her dad is saying that there is trusted adults that are in this area, and she could call someone that's very close by if anything goes wrong. So on a summer night of June 3rd, 2023, Lori's dad went to work as usual. But he's saying that when he returned back home, Lori was not there. Now, y'all, this happened all the way in June, and from June all the way until now, we have not literally heard anything about this case. Lori has not been seen since then, and her mother is actually 500 miles away, and she is trying to get answers as well. Now, a little background is Lori went to go live with her father about a year prior to her disappearance. Now, there was not nothing going on. Lori just told her mother that she decided that she wanted to live with her father for a little while. And Lori's mother was like, okay, she feels like she's 12 years old. She's old enough to make the decision if she wants to live with her mother or her father. Now, Lori's mother went live a few days ago, and she detailed a situation that took place not long before Lori went missing this time. Now, she says that an incident happened where she got a phone call saying that Lori was missing. Now, Lori did turn up to school the next day after she went missing, and she didn't have shoes on. Police told her mother that her father went and got her from school, took Lori home, and that was it. But Lori's mother was not okay with this whole explanation. She wanted to know where her daughter was, what happened, and what is going on. So Lori's mother took a 500-mile drive all the way to where Lori was in Tallahassee in order to talk to Lori. Now, when she went to the home where Lori shared with her father, she's saying that the father met her with an argument. And this is the details of that night of what actually happened.
And then the story that they told me, I said, well, what? Where was she? The story that I was told by her father and by TPD was that she went to school the next day, which sounds like Lori. Lori loves school. Lori's always loved school. Lori has had perfect attendance forever. And on the very few occasions where she does not feel well and she says she don't want to go to school, I don't make her go because that's not like her, right? She really must be feeling well. We're going to the doctor. At that point, if Lori doesn't want to go to school, we're going to the doctor. So she went to school, and the story that I'm told is that she didn't have on any shoes. Now, as a teacher, as someone who has taught, I have taught in public school, if a child comes in and doesn't have on any shoes, and I know was missing, I have questions. And so what they told me was that the dad picked her up from school and they went home. Be like that. I just would like to speak to Lori. I just want to speak to Lori. And Lori comes, me and Lori have the conversation. Her dad is present. We had the conversation. She expressed that she had some very big feelings. She expressed her frustrations with me. She aired out her grievances. Yes, I did peacefully go and check on my child. I looked for TPD to help with that, and they didn't. They left. And so because he was upset with me, he called the cops on me for showing up at his house. I knocked on the door. I did not kick his door in. I was not confrontational with him. We don't have to talk. Like I said, I was assaulted. I don't have a lot to say to you. So, but now she feels like I don't care about her and that I abandoned her because you won't answer the phone? Bit of experience was the last time that I saw my child. She didn't run away that night. It was like a week or two later. But after Lori had went back inside, her daddy closed the door. And now that my child's not present, now you want to argue.
Now, like I said before, that was a previous incident that took place, but we now know that Lori is missing again. Now, I have to go ahead and point out that for 8 months, Tallahassee police have dropped the ball. For some reason, they thought that Lori's mother maybe had her or knew where she was, but just like Lori's mother said, I have no idea where my child is. I even went to her dad's house when that incident took place the first time looking for her. Why would I be hiding my child out when I literally give my child the opportunity to say where she wants to live? This was not like Lori was taken away from her mother. It wasn't that type of situation. Her mother gave her the opportunity to live with her father. So we learned that an incident that happened when Lori was about 9, and she asked her mother for a zip code because she wanted to do something on Roblox. Now, since that incident took place, her mother really didn't trust her being online, so she would monitor everything that Lori did. Now, remember, that was when Lori was at her mother's house. Lori is now in Tallahassee at her father's house. So we learned that Lori did not have a cell phone, but there was a computer in the home, but we don't know if police have actually went through that computer. Lori did not own a cell phone. And teachers are saying that around the time that she went missing, Lori had actually gotten a bad grade on a test. The reason why this is so important is because her teachers are saying that they were very concerned with how upset Lori was about this one bad grade. Now, Lori was an A student. She was a perfectionist, and her teachers are saying that this bad grade was not going to affect her either way or another. But for Lori, this bad grade really did something to her. And her mother also says that she has this like flight response to things. So if she thinks she's going to get in trouble, if she thinks something's going to go bad, she will leave. Now, that's not to say that she left because she got that bad grade. Remember, she's a really good student, so that bad grade was not going to make her flunk her class. But did that bad grade have something to do with Lori leaving? Now, her mother does not believe that she ran away. Even though they're classifying her as a runaway on the missing person flyers, this is a 12-year-old. She's afraid of the dark. She doesn't even like to go outside when it's nighttime, so her mother really thinks that something is wrong. Not to mention that who's feeding her? How is she making it by? She's only 12 years old. She doesn't have a phone. Where is Lori?
252 days since Lori Page went missing in Tallahassee.
It's time. It is time to go ahead and bring this to a conclusion.
I'm Terry Gilliam in the Northwest Tallahassee neighborhood. Now search efforts continue, and neighbors in this community are trying to find answers they've been looking for. 8 months after 12-year-old Lori Page's disappearance, members in the community are still looking for any clues to find her. Pastor Rudy Ferguson, teachers, and law enforcement came together Saturday morning to go door to door to see if anybody in the community has seen or heard anything new.
So we know that Lori is 12 years old. She's about 5 feet tall, 120 pounds with black locks. Now, they don't know what she was last seen wearing, but we know that she has a multicolored book bag that she might be carrying. Now, y'all remember, she has been missing for about 8 months. So please, if you have seen anything within the past 8 months, contact Tallahassee police. Even if you think the tip is not significant, it could be a key to bringing home this 12-year-old to her family. Now, you guys, please make sure you blow this up. Share this. Let's get Lori's face everywhere because I haven't seen really anything. I saw Nancy Grace talk about it. But other than that, I haven't seen anything on this missing 12-year-old. Let's bring Lori home to her family.
That's sad.
Yo, have you seen this?
A one-time payment and the house is yours.
No rent, no mortgage. That's the deal being promoted on Instagram. Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is here. So, Justin, the Instagram account clearly says at this point that they have no legal rights to these homes.
Yeah, and George, there is no code of language or effort to conceal what's going on here. So we sent our hidden cameras and a WSB producer in to see what really happens when you show interest in a squatter home.
No.
Hey, sir, it's Justin Gray with Channel 2. Are you selling a squatter home right here? You got the keys?
What is a squatter home?
Did you talk to JP about the keys?
That's how our undercover investigation came to an abrupt end. But let's rewind and go back to how it began with a scroll through Instagram.
Oh.
At first glance, it's just another real estate pro hustling to rent homes on social media.
You will get a guaranteed 6 months rent-free.
But at one-time payment homes, the site makes it clear. These are squatter homes and spells out just what that means in a pinned Insta story.
The company owners will come out, so will the police. The police will tell you it's a civil matter. It's nothing they can do about it. Squatters' rights.
This is a criminal act. This is stealing. And it needs to be looked at that way.
Property owners and managers say the squatting problem has exploded over the past year in Metro Atlanta.
It's like I gave away $200,000. This is how I feel.
Michael Holmes used his life savings to buy this DeKalb County home out of foreclosure 8 months ago as a rental property.
It's been a nightmare.
The alleged squatter living inside has filed more than 30 motions in court to tie up Holmes' effort to get him out.
If I can't bring this to some type of resolution, I'll be in jeopardy of filing bankruptcy.
One Time Payment Homes is running a New Year's special, $1,400 for keys and a lease. So as a squatter, you can, quote, stack money and turn your life around.
No fucking way.
Like, why do you play by the rules if everyone doesn't have to?
To see how it worked, we sent a Channel 2 producer, JP, undercover.
You're just going to say, I saw your post on Instagram. I'm curious how this process works.
Okay. JP exchanged a series of messages with One Time Payment Homes over the course of a week and paid his $500 deposit through Apple Pay. That's when we were told to take our pick of any home posted on the real estate website Rently. The CEO of the National Rental Home Council says Atlanta is seeing more squatters than anywhere else in the nation.
We're seeing situations of trespassing in Atlanta that we're not seeing anywhere else in this country in terms of scale.
Back to our house hunt, we settled on a home in Union City. But the day of the meetup, we're told it's off market, but that they do have keys for this house nearby, managed by Progress Residential and also posted on Rently. We were told to meet at a gas station to exchange the rest of our one-time payment for keys. Then we would get an email with the lease.
Hi there. JP? Nice to meet you.
But the meetup lasted only seconds.
So how does all this work? Okay. Okay.
As soon as they saw our Channel 2 camera coming, the One-Time Payment Homes representative took off running.
Hey, sir, it's Justin Gray with Channel 2. Are you selling a squatter home right here? You got the keys? Did you talk to JP about the keys?
Y'all crazy.
But it wasn't the end of the Instagram account. They're still offering move-in deals.
The person that designed that business, if you want to call it a business, is a criminal.
We've reported on multiple squatter horror stories in the past 12 months on Channel 2, like when a squatter moved into Army Colonel Dahlia DeRay's DeKalb home while she was on active duty.
I felt violated.
Police eventually pulled guns and drugs out of her house when they arrested the squatter and served an intruder affidavit, bypassing the regular court eviction process. Property owners say for the problem to stop, courts need to consider squatting as theft, a crime, not a run-of-the-mill eviction case.
We need to talk about this for what it is. This is criminal trespassing. It's a law enforcement issue.
Progress Residential owns the home we were offered the keys to. A spokesperson tells us they have been monitoring the site and have repeatedly appealed to Instagram for its removal. Main Street Renewal was the first house we were promised and tells us they sent the account a cease and desist letter, also flagged this to Instagram. But as of now, the site remains active and no one with that site responded to my DMs asking for comment.
Wow.
So many layers to it.
I remember when I moved to Atlanta and this lady, like my furniture and stuff hadn't came yet, but she came. It was a Karen, of course. She's like, you live here? Like, she was making sure I wasn't no squatter, but now I can kind of see why she was like that, because it's bad out there.
I was diagnosed with aquagenic urticaria, and basically what that means is whenever my skin gets in contact with any form of water, including my own sweat, I get hives, it itches, it burns, and there's no cure. So because of that, I do have to limit myself when it comes to water contact. I cannot be in contact with water for more than 5 minutes, because anything longer than that could potentially put me in hyperlipidemic shock. Yeah, I know all of this sounds crazy, but just bear with me. Now, before I even hop in the shower, there's a process. I do have to take allergy pills, and that will just help basically slow the process down. It doesn't stop the itching, it doesn't stop the burning, it doesn't stop the hives, but at about the 3 to 4 minute mark in the shower, girl, my skin started getting tingly, and that just basically says that it's time to go. Now that I'm out of the shower, girl, this is where the real fun begins, because at this point, my body is itching, it's burning, it's covered in hives. During this process, I'm applying itching lotions, itching sprays, just to kind of help cool my body down. This whole process can last anywhere from an hour to 2. It gives me migraines, sometimes I get fevers, and it's just one of the most uncomfortable experiences. But if you have any questions or you want a part 2, just go ahead and drop that in the comment section below, because ain't no tea, ain't no shame. Friend, I'm gonna tell you anyways, but yeah, that's it. Bye!
Listen, after watching this, I feel so much better about my life. I mean, yes, I gotta watch for common criminals, but at least I'm not allergic to water. Like, she can't even really take a whole bath for real. Like that, oh my gosh, not being able to take a shower and you itching and you gotta put all these, oh Lord, fix it, Jesus. Fix it for these people. Listen, y'all, I'm still in good spirits. Keep praying for me. I'm gonna be praying for y'all. Stay safe out there. And don't let nobody squat in your home. Don't let nobody come up in your home. Don't let nobody be around your home. Thanks for the be there. I plead the blood of Jesus over your homes, and I pray that y'all are covered and God keeps his hedge of protection around you and yours. I'll see y'all later.